Top 3 Linux distros to try after you outgrown Linux Mint. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this, there is a good chance you've been running Linux Mint for a while now, and you love how rock solid and beginner friendly it is. But lately, it's starting to feel a little restrictive. The Cinnamon desktop feels basic. You're hitting walls with customization, and those just works defaults are beginning to hold you back instead of helping. So, you are not alone. A lot of us eventually outgrow Linux Mint and want something more powerful without starting from absolute scratch. Today, I am sharing 3 excellent intermediate Linux distributions that give you exactly that next level experience. These aren't crazy experimental distros. They are polished, reliable, and built for users who are ready to move beyond Mint's training wheels. So, let's dive in. Number 1, Kubuntu, the smart upgrade for power users who love familiarity. First up is Kubuntu. If the main thing you are missing from Linux Mint is a more powerful and customizable desktop, this is my top recommendation. Kubuntu is an official Ubuntu flavor, so everything you already know from Mint still applies. The same apt package manager, the same massive Ubuntu repositories, and the same rock solid stability. About the big difference, instead of Cinnamon, you get KDE Plasma. Hands down, one of the most feature rich desktop environments on Linux. Out of the box, Plasma looks clean and Windows like. But the second you open system settings, you will discover an insane level of control. Want to tweak window animations, create custom layouts, or set up global keyboard shortcuts that actually work the way you want? Plasma does it all and does it beautifully. As of 2026, KDE Plasma is fully mature on Wayland, which means better security, smoother high DPI scaling, fractional scaling that actually works, and excellent multi-monitor support. Meanwhile, Cinnamon's Wayland implementation in Mint is still very much experimental and not recommended for daily driving yet. Here is the pro tip: don't just install Plasma on top of your existing Mint install. In my experience, that route often leads to package conflicts and weird bugs. A clean Kubuntu install is far smoother and more stable. If you want the same Ubuntu foundation you already trust, but with a desktop that finally feels limitless, start here. Now, number 2, Fedora, the purest taste of modern Linux. Next is Fedora, the distro that feels like Linux without all the guardrails. Mint hides a lot of complexity behind friendly defaults and custom tools. That's perfect when you are starting out. But once you are comfortable, it can start to feel like you are using Linux with training wheels on. Fedora removes those wheels. Fedora releases a new version every 6 months, so you are always running fresh software and the latest kernel. It's still extremely stable thanks to Red Hat's rigorous testing, but it gives you the real, unfiltered Linux experience. You can stick with the default GNOME edition or grab one of the official spins for KDE Plasma, Cinnamon, or even more niche desktop environments. And if you want maximum safety, try the immutable atomic desktops, which are the modern versions of the old Silverblue and Kinoite. The core system files are read only, so updates are atomic and nearly impossible to break. It's like having a safety net built into the operating system. Fedora is the sweet spot between cutting edge and dependable. It's where many long-time Mint users go when they want to explore what Linux can really do. Now, number 3, Garuda Linux, the bold, bleeding edge adventure. If you're ready for a complete 180 from Mint's safe and simple approach, meet Garuda Linux. Garuda is Arch based and uses a rolling release model, meaning you get the newest software the moment it's available. It ships with the KDE Plasma, but heavily customized in two flagship flavors. Number 1, Dragonized, which is loud, cyberpunk, neon drenched aesthetic. The next one is Mocha, calmer, using the popular cappuccino color scheme with a macOS inspired layout. But the beauty goes way beyond the looks. Garuda includes the chaotic AUR, one of the best software collections on Linux. The performance tuned Zen kernel, built in ZRAM for faster responsiveness, and automatic BTRFS snapshots. If an update ever goes sideways, which can happen on any rolling release distro, you can roll your entire system back in minutes with a simple GUI tool. It's also heavily optimized for gaming right out of the box. I've been daily driving a Garuda setup for years now with zero major issues, and the atomic snapshots have saved me more than once. If the flashy design feels too much, check out CatchOS as a close cousin. It offers similar performance tweaks and arch power, but with a cleaner, more traditional Windows like layout and a stronger focus on raw speed. Garuda or CatchOS is perfect if you're tired of playing it safe and want to feel the full thrill of Linux. So, which one should you pick? It really comes down to what feels limiting about Mint right now. If you want more desktop power without changing your Ubuntu foundation, go with Kubuntu. If you crave the latest software and a pure Linux experience with smart safety options, choose Fedora Desktop. If you're ready to go full advanced and embrace something bold and bleeding edge, pick Garuda or CatchOS. All three are fantastic next steps, and none of them will leave you feeling stuck like you sometimes do with Linux Mint. If you have made the jump from Linux Mint before, drop a comment and tell me which distro you went with and why. I read every single one. If this video helped, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future Linux guides. And in the description, I have linked to the official download pages for all three distros, so you can try them in a live USB today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Stay curious and happy computing.